Hello and happy holidays, S.Y.G.U fans. Hope you've enjoyed your Christmas day. Just wanted to let you guys know that we didn't forget about you. We were scheduled for Christmas morning, but we ran into a little roadblock these last few days. But have no fear, Step Your Game Up is finally here. We said we had something for our fans and subscribers, and we meant every single word of it. We wanted to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to our channel and showing your kindness and support over this past year. So it's a few days after, but as promised, this little Christmas gift from us is just for you. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the WWE, not a creature stirring. Well, except for one very confused, very dirty lad named Dominic Mysterio. Gather round, grab some cocoa, and prepare for a tale not of sugar plums, but of stolen tights, time-traveling SUVs, and the magical, mystical power of the chicken tendy. Our story begins not in a snowy manger, but in an NYC hotel room. Dirty Dom Mysterio, the heir to delinquency, was getting ready for work. But a dastardly deed had occurred. His precious, villainous gear, gone, replaced by this sparkly spandex monstrosity. He wondered to himself, where in the hell is my gear? And what in the hell is this damn thing doing in my bag? So he just got dressed after taking a shower and headed straight to work. It's almost Christmas, but first it's WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix in the home of WWE, New York City at Madison Square Garden. Ah yes, the Garden. He looks up and, what the hell? He says, I have to face Rusev tonight? So in a hurry, he made his way to the building through the snowy, early busy streets. Dom enters the building and he can just feel the holiday cheer in the air backstage. There's lots of joy going on in the always moving WWE, but this week before Christmas, he's worried that someone has pranked him or pulling a rib on him. But what if it isn't a rib? What if he lost his special gear? Now, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, Dom believes that he gets his dirty little powers from his boots. He got those from his hero, the late great WWE Hall of Famer Eddie Guerrero. He had this special boots made from material of Eddie Latino Heat's boots he wore in the Attitude Era. Now, Dom feels without these lucky boots, he can't perform. And before he could find the men's locker room, he heard a deep voice say loudly, "Hey Dom, I need to see you for a second." It was the boss, Triple H, the head of creative in the WWE. Next to Triple H was WWE producer Road Dogg Jesse James and Bruce Pritchard, just smiling and looking at him as they both welcomed him to work. Dom walked over and greeted all of them and the boss, as he also did. Triple H then says, "Hey, I'm going to need you in the ring in about 15 minutes or so to go over a few new things for tonight in your match. Get dressed in your gear and head to the ring. We'll be out there waiting for you." The look on his face was like he saw a ghost, or he drank way too much eggnog, like last year at the Judgment Day party. Oh no, not this, he scrambled, thinking, what am I going to do? He finally found the men's locker room and no one in sight to ask for a backup pair of shorts or some sweatpants. Oh damn, this is terrible, and already 10 minutes has passed and he can't keep the boss waiting. Dom then slowly opened his bag and pulled out the sparkling outfit. He looked at it in horror. He thought to himself, what are they going to say if I wear this? Will it really be that bad? At this point, all he can do is convince himself, because in 3 minutes, he's got to go down there and meet Triple H and the rest of them waiting on him. He puts on the suit and gloves and boots to match that was left in his bag. Dom dashes through the hallways of the backstage area, hoping no one saw him. As he got to the curtain, he took a deep breath. Then he exhales. Then he goes out to the ring. Everyone got silent. Dom got closer and he started hearing some chatter and a few giggling, and Triple H leans on the rope while standing in the ring and says to him, Dom, are you here for a match or to morph and fight putty patrollers? The WWE superstars burst into hard laughter. Dom is wanting to just melt like putty in his mighty ranger boots he's wearing. Dom then says, "I don't know who took my gear and gave me this crap. Which one of you got my gear? Who's ribbing me?" Then Triple H said to them, "Someone give this man his gear back before he starts summoning a robot."
Hours later, the WWE boys in the locker room teased him backstage, and they all made a bet that no one should lend Dom any spare gear tonight. So the fans came pouring into the garden, and we're off to the show of WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Dom's match is next. He passes Triple H, and in that same gear, Triple H says, "Hey, you still didn't find your gear?" Dom says, "No, I looked everywhere." Triple H smiles and then says, "Well, you're a ranger tonight, Dom. Have fun out there, because they're gonna have a lot of fun with you tonight." Dom's music hits, and out he comes without the Judgment Day, who just got into a heated battle with a group of superstars and was told by Adam to leave the building at the beginning of the show tonight. So as he walked through the curtain, he was met with cheers and then boos, then lots of laughter and chants of "Dom's a Ranger, Power Ranger," and the fans even sang the "Go Go Power Ranger" song as his opponent, Rusev, just laughed at him, then proceeded to beat the living crap out of him in that suit. But then, something strange happened. He did flips, kicks, the crowd cheered. For the first time, he was athletic and utterly horrified. In ranger gear, hitting a picture-perfect moonsault, and the crowd is loud and on their feet as he's surprisingly putting a beating on Rusev. Then he jumps out of the ring, holds out his hand, and a tiny plastic sword flies to him. He then blows it like a kazoo before sprinting away with a strange look on his face. "It's this damn suit," he shouts furiously. "Damn, it won't let me be dirty. It keeps making me heroic." This New York City Monday Night Raw audience were so loud with cheers for Dom, on their feet. Then suddenly, he dashes to the backstage area into the dressing room. Dom is then counted out and loses the match. His cheering crowd begins to boo, and Rusev, confused and hurt, starts to smile while getting up slowly. The referee declares him as the winner. Triple H and everyone backstage is wondering, what the hell is going on with Dom? Is he high on something or what? They all just laughed, but Triple H and Bruce were concerned. The following night, WWE were in California. Dom checked into his hotel room, but the mystery deepened. In his bag, Dom found not his gear, but a solid gold sheriff's badge and a card glowing with an eerie light. He looked online and found this guy in the area who knows gold like the back of his hand. This appraiser named Gus, Old Gus, a dusty pawn shop. Gus, an old-timer, peers at the badge through a monocle. "Ooh," the old-timer says. He then pales. Gus's voice trembles. "Son, this ain't just gold. This is a one-way ticket to Weirdsville. This badge, it chooses its wearer, and it's chosen you for a showdown you ain't ready for. Toss it in the ocean, now." Dom then snatches it back and says, "Yeah, right, so you can fish it out and buy a Vegas mansion unlimited bingo cards. Get out of here." He did not toss it, and soon the weirdness escalated. Later that night, the Judgment Day is driving in a luxury SUV. A mysterious golden light glows from the back seat. Finn Balor is driving, and he's annoyed because they just got pulled over tonight on their way out by a policeman due to lights shining through the trunk and blinding drivers behind them. Finn says, Will someone turn off their aura? We're getting pulled over for blinding spiritual emissions. Roxanne Perez is shrieking. There's a ghost cowboy in the back seat. I swear he tipped his hat at me. Liv Morgan says, he was cute, in a might steal my soul kind of way. Suddenly, the SUV levitates 20 feet in the air. Everyone screams. Dom is hanging from the door yelling prayers. I'll eat broccoli. I'll admit I framed my sister back when I was 13. I'll even forgive my deadbeat dad. God, please just put us down. The SUV drops. They are not in California anymore. With a flash of golden light, the Judgment Day found themselves in a place where the only thing streaming was the local creek, a town called Peculiar Springs, circa 1885. And their clothes? Pure Wild West.
The Judgment Day, now in period costume, standing in a dusty street. J.D. McDonough, feeling his frilly shirt, says, I look like a Victorian lampshade. This is worse than being fired. Now, at this time, our WWE Judgment Day friends are not who we know them as, and their roles? Pre-assigned. Finn and J.D., bumbling deputies. Raquel, the town blacksmith who bench presses horses. Roxy, the fashion tycoon who outlawed the color beige. Roxy, surveying the town, says, Ugh, so much burlap. We're instituting a denim mandate by sundown. Oh, and let's not forget Liv Morgan. She's the saloon songbird, reigning queen of the stage, until a new feisty bombshell rode into town. Inside the saloon, Liv is on stage. A strong, beautiful cowgirl in blue jeans and a black hat struts in. Spurs jingling. All the guys put down their beers and stared in desire at her. She then walks over to the bar and leans on it, then says to the bartender, "Whiskey," and tell the canary on stage her last note was flatter than a prairie. Liv Morgan, who, overhearing the rude comment from the cowgirl, then began gasping, then leaning into the mic and says, "Well, look what the coyote dragged in. Did you ride here on your last hit single? Oh, wait, or just lonely, angry, and single?" Liv Morgan does her signature giggle, evil laugh. The cowgirl takes a drink of her whiskey, then slowly walks closer to the stage where Liv is standing and says to Liv, "The name is Mickey, Mickey James, and don't you forget that. At least my hits don't sound like a catfight in a tin barn, darlin'." But the musical feud would have to wait. Trouble rolled into town like a tumbleweed of terror, a gang of black-hatted brutes, the deadly youngsters. The bad guys ride in, with names on big black and silver sheets lying across the backs of their horses. The leader in the middle had one that read, Ethan Page.
Another read Jasper Troy, and the shadowy faction Dark State. They all sneer. Ethan Page, dismounting, says, "This town has a tax. The tax is all your stuff and your dignity. Pay up to the greatest champion of North American history with the biggest ego." Now, at this time, Finn and JD roll into the scene, hearing all the tough talk, as the town is afraid of this dangerous young wild bandit. Finn yelled to Ethan, "Hey, you want to fight, do ya? Then let's go." The bad guys just laughed, and Ethan said, "Oh, you have no idea what's about to happen to you." He looks at his men and yells, "We're NXT, right?" The men yell together, "Yeah." Then Ethan yells the command, "Boys, take them out." The youngsters began to beat the holy piss out of both Finn and JD, who are the only line of defense the town has right now. With Finn and JD getting their deputy derrieres handed to them, all hope seemed lost, until a loud whistle from afar was heard by everyone. It was the shadow of a man in chaps and a hat, walking slowly into the street lamp on this Christmas Eve. The town gasped. It was the sheriff, Dirty Dom, wearing his gold star badge. Its gold light sparkled whenever the light touched it. Raquel, walking up from the side of Dom with Roxy, then said, "Dom, you want me and Roxy to break the balls of these weird idiots with you?" Dom then says, "Raquel and Roxy, I got this. Stand over there with Liv where it's safe. I'ma break their balls all by my damn self." Ethan and all the gang of bad guys laughed as they stood together over the beaten bodies of Finn and JD as they lay there hurt and bloodied. Liv is scared and worried as tears built up as she ran towards them screaming in sadness with hate. "I'm gonna kick your ass. You don't ever hurt my family. I don't give a damn who it is." Raquel and Roxy are frowning at the men as they hold Liv back from running into the street to fight the men. Liv continues in a rage, screaming, "No, let me go kick their asses. If they think all I can do is sing and dance, huh? Me? Really? Hell no. I'm about to break your stupid-looking faces right now. Watch me." Dom is now telling Raquel and Roxy to keep Liv back from the men as they just stood there with a smirk on all of their faces. Then Ethan said, "I wasn't expecting her to sing that type of song to welcome us tonight, but guess I'll take it." Ethan continues as he looks at Dom with an evil glare and says, "You know, Sheriff, it'll be a shame if something really bad happens to her and all these people here tonight. Because it'll be a damn shame to get all that blood on my nice new outfit I just bought for Christmas." Dom then had a revelation. He smelled something divine. He looked to the saloon doors. There stood Santino Morella, the bartender and the cook, in an apron. Santino, waving a frying pan, says, "Domenic, the answer is not out there. It is in the breaded poultry." Santino then has Liv and Raquel frantically helping him breading more chicken. Dom stares at the first basket of golden tenders. Dom's eyes widens, says, "The tendies, they're calling to me." Now, these weren't just any old chicken tenders. Oh no. These were supersized and delicious. Santino made the very special tenders for Dom because he knew the power Dom had, and with that gold badge, Santino knew he was not just the sheriff, but an unstoppable power. The sheriff has never lost to any man in this town. He has a winning streak longer than Bill Goldberg, The Undertaker, and times 10 more than that. Dom then looked at Ethan and his gang and said, "It's time to get tenderized by the greatest luchador, the greatest mega triple-A champion of all time, and this town's showdown sheriff." Ethan looked at his guys and says, "Is this guy serious?" Dom grabs from the basket and he strapped 2 giant chicken tenders into his holsters. He took a bite and he transformed. Dom, moving with supernatural speed, whipping tenders like throwing knives, knocking pro wrestling weapons from the hands of the bad guys. Boom! A tender to the chest sends Ethan Page flying into a horse trough. Dom, with a mouthful, says, "Tastes like victory." Dom grabs another giant tender and breaks a piece off and put it in the mouth of Finn and JD as they lay on the dusty road. Finn and JD starts to glow. Finn and JD says, "The power! It's delicious! I can fly!" "Yeah, me too!" Finn says next, "And also, I'm suddenly craving honey mustard." Finn zaps bad guys with sparkly energy. JD uses a chicken tender as a boomerang. The fight is won in a hail of breaded goodness. Liv Morgan is so happy and cheering as her dirty Dom has done it again. He's found a way to beat the odds even in the old Western times. Roxanne Perez is jumping and cheering with Liv Morgan as the Judgment Day is winning again. Raquel Rodriguez yells, "Yeah, you guys ain't so tough now, are ya? You crazy-looking assholes." And Santino Marella, he's yelling while holding a frying pan, "Yeah, oh yeah, you take that, you Maple Leaf NXT's snobby son of a gun."
You son of a gun!
Dom is the master one of the chicken tender. As the last deadly youngster vanished, a note fluttered down. Dom caught it. The note said, "Want your gear back, kid? And your century? Find me, the time-traveling tailor." The mystery remained, but for tonight, in the saloon of Peculiar Springs, there was music, laughter, and fried food. Liv gets on stage, improvising a song. Santino serves drinks. Everyone dances. Liv says in her song, "He's the sheriff with a golden star and a basket full of wonder. Don't make him use his chicken tendy or he'll shoot you full of thunder. He's the chicken tendy kid." Dom does a silly two-step with Roxy. Finn and JD toast with mugs of gravy. Raquel arm wrestles a grateful townsman and wins. Santino is wiping a tear from his eye as he says, "It's a beautiful. Look it, the cobra is a very moved. This dirty Dom, he's the greatest of all the times. Happy holidays." And so, our heroes found themselves in a strange land with stranger powers and a poultry-based moral. But their adventure? Far from over. Will Dom get his gear back? Will Liv and Mickey settle their score in a steel cage or a sing-off? Tune in next time. Same S.Y.G.U channel. If you could be so kind to like this video if you've enjoyed it, and if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button for us. Oh, and don't be too shy to leave us a nice comment as well. Until then, remember, in this crazy world of WWE, sometimes the greatest weapon isn't a chair, it's a fully breaded, perfectly crispy chicken tendy. Merry Christmas, everyone!